I am lactose intolerant, so you guys know I'm going to be on the toilet dying after this, and I climb out of the window. And he actually had photos with his mistress on his phone. Why would you need two calculators? Hey, what's up, Besties? Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited. Today we have mochi, and then we also have some Haagen-Dazs. It is actually here. I'll read the name to it. Vanilla milk chocolate almond bars. And I love milk chocolate, so these are actually cookies and cream mochis, which means that inside there's like little specks of Oreos in them. And this is my mukbang for 500 subscribers. I'm so excited to read you guys some confessions from Reddit and some stories, and I'm gonna tell my own stories and confessions. I did my hair a little weird today. Like, I did like two little ponytails. I feel like it looks nothing like me. Like, I'm looking in the viewfinder being like, who's that woman? But I really like the way my hair looks today. And then Tyler got me this sweater for our 9-year anniversary, so I think it's really cute and it's pink and I love it. But we're gonna take a bite of one of these just because I've been really wanting ice cream before we get started. So we're gonna try the vanilla almond Haagen-Dazs bar. That's actually so cold, but it's amazing. It's like nutty, but then the vanilla balances it out. I love it. It's actually so good. I am lactose intolerant, so you guys know I'm going to be on the toilet dying after this because I'm so lactose intolerant. It's so bad. But I've been craving ice cream all day, and I'm going to bite into these in a little. These aren't thawed yet. They're still really, really cold and rock solid, like pretty rock solid. So I've been obsessed with looking at this Reddit called r/confessions, and I think I've talked about them in previous videos that I've always wanted to do videos reading people's confessions because I always find those videos really interesting, and I mukbang, and when I mukbang I like to talk about things. I found this confession and it's so, I'm gonna be reading from my phone, but this confession is so me. It says, sometimes I climb out of the window at work to avoid saying goodbye to my coworkers. I work in a nursing facility, and in order to get to the area that you clock out in, which is by the front door, you have to walk past the nurse's station where everyone is sitting, and that usually involves everyone saying goodbye or stopping you for pointless conversations. In order to avoid that, on certain nights when my social battery is completely drained, I go to the end of the hall, a sitting room where there's several windows, and I climb out of the window. I then walk the perimeter of the building to get close enough to where I can clock out via the phone app and sneak out off to the side where nobody parks at night when I'm off. All of this is so much more complicated than just saying goodbye, but if you're an introvert, you'll definitely understand. And there's a ton of Redditors agreeing with them. I'm like, what? Honestly, it's not that bad for me. I don't mind small talk. Honestly, I love talking to people, so now that I'm thinking of it, maybe I'm not the targeted audience for this one, and I just want to be. This was something that my boyfriend would do. Tyler would definitely do this because he does not like people or talking to people. So I seriously think that introverts understand this struggle, and I just thought that was hilarious. Climbing out of a whole window so that you could just avoid saying goodbye to people is crazy. I was talking to my coworker on Monday, and he was saying, are you one of those people who like when people sing happy birthday to you at like Friendly's or Applebee's or like any public place where you're eating? And I said,
yeah, I love when they sing happy birthday at Red Lobster or IHOP.
And he's like, see, that makes you totally an extrovert, and you are one because the way you talk, you know, you're always talking to people. But he hates people singing happy birthday. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's the same with my boyfriend. He does not like anyone at the restaurant singing happy birthday or just attention. Like, a lot of people don't like attention. So that reminded me so much of this post because it's like, you're sneaking out so that you don't have to say goodbye to people. The next confession that I found is actually so common. I've been seeing a lot of girls on TikTok talking about going on their boyfriend's phone and finding hidden photo apps, like hidden calculator apps, hidden. And if you actually know the very big true crime story of Christopher Watt, he had a fake calculator or notes app that when you clicked on it, you had to put in your PIN, like a little key PIN, and then you can access photos, and he actually had photos with his mistress on his phone. Everyone after that story broke was like, I'm going on my husband's phone and making sure that he doesn't have a calculator app. Like, it was such a big thing during that time in that case. This Reddit post, and I keep seeing girls on TikTok who are getting cheated on the same way. They go on their boyfriend's phone and they find these hidden apps, like voice memo apps, these apps. And it's like, your phone? How dumb do they think we are? Your phone comes pre-installed with a Notes app, and your phone comes pre-installed with a calculator app. Why would you need 2 calculators? You can use your fingers. At this point, just use your fingers. Write it down.
Why do you need 2 calculator apps?
Is it normal for my married husband to have an entire hidden photo album of thousands of TikTok girls in bikinis? Thousands.
Oh, hell no!
Including their face, their body, and sometimes it's just fully clothed women. He just takes screenshots of girls on TikTok, not even thirst traps, just military uniforms, cute women. I don't know if this is normal. How are you guys doing this? He's 25, he's my husband. At 40, will he still be this way? I'm just a tired woman. Honestly, girl, leave. Girl, leave. Why? What? I just thought that thousands, and they're not even, to me, it would be crazy if they were like clothed for some reason. If they're in bikinis, then I would be like, okay, but clothed would make me think the person's a psychopath. Honestly, that would throw me over the edge. I just thought, I read this the other day, and then I keep seeing TikToks of girls saying the exact same thing. Like, they're finding these, the one girl said that she found, I think it was a full album, but it was in the hidden photos, because you can hide photos on Google, and it was like photos of their boss's daughter. And she was like 25, and he's like 40. Let's get into this mochi. Here is the first piece. Mochi is like a rice cake, if you don't know. It's like a rice putty around a piece of ice cream, like a ball of ice cream, and it's so good. I love mochi. I'm gonna have a second one because that one was just too good. Sticking in the theme of boyfriend and girlfriend drama, because I think I find those the most interesting for some reason. I just love reading other people's relationship things. I would love to give relationship advice. I don't know, I just find it so interesting, and I love giving people advice. I don't know who the heck I think I am, but let's read this next one. I might be paranoid, but I can't stop overthinking about this. Just when I think everything's going good. My 23-year-old male boyfriend has an old girlfriend from 5 years ago at this point, and last fall she sent him this long message apologizing for everything she has ever done and apologizing for a bunch of drama. She mentioned in that message indicating that she wanted to respect our relationship, and then she genuinely just wanted to apologize just so she can let it go. But a few months later, she sent him a message out of the blue letting him know that she spotted him in the store. No big deal, right? That is a big deal. I would be like, wrong. My boyfriend responded to her saying that he didn't see her, but he was there. She started a conversation, which was fine at first, just friendly talk. But then my boyfriend started being an oblivious golden retriever. Are you sure about that? That he is. And he started to say something about how he and I have been fighting lately. What? Why would he say that to his ex-girlfriend? But that night, things were going good. We have since had a discussion about why that wasn't okay and set boundaries about venting to our ex about our current relationship. His ex responded with, well, I know a lot about those toxic relationships. I'm always here for you if you need to talk. He never stated that we were toxic. Only that we were fighting recently, and she started steering it towards how she's single and just got out of a relationship, and then added a flirty comment here and there. He and I have since discussed things, and contact with her is going to be limited, and boundaries have been set. But She's drop dead gorgeous, like stunning. Girl, run, run. She's stunning. And now I can't help but look at myself and wonder how long would he be before she steals him away. And she seems absolutely lovely. I'm just boring. I don't know, the likelihood of her stealing him away is slim, but I still can't help but compare myself to her and worry that she'll take him if she wants to. Number one, someone can't be taken if they don't want to be took. So if he allows himself to be took, then he wanted to be taken. Oh, that was a run right there. Put that in the new Nicki Minaj album. That was so good. I just think the relationship dramas on Reddit are top tier and I love reading them. My mom was super drunk as usual. We were arguing through the bedroom door. Eventually, she got quiet, and I asked if she was okay. Then she started to cry, like big, gross, drunk crying. Sobbing, muttering. Girl, I've been there. I like the story I told you guys about the drinks that I had and I was laying on the floor saying I was a terrible person. Muttering. I wanted to help her, but I did not want to open the door in case it was a trick. My mother then rattled out, I killed him. I laughed and said, kill who? That piece of poop, Rick. This was a bad person with a mullet, a guy with a mullet that she cheated on my dad with years prior, who just fell off the face of the earth one day. I then said through the door, no you didn't. She said I did. I shot him right in his fat gut. And she said, Mom, shut up. No you didn't. And then her mom said, I did. I shot him with a pistol that I got from Uncle Ed in Mississippi last night, and then shaved the serial number. He shaved the serial number off of me, and then I walked to his house, shot him right in his fat gut while he was sitting on the couch. She said, Mom, no you didn't. That was a dream. And the mom says, I did. That bad guy is dead. I shot him 3 times. 3 times! She said, Mom, shh, Dad's going to come up here. And she said, oh, forget him. She started crying again and sounded very small and resolute, and when she said I shot and killed him multiple times, she sniffled big wet snotty sniffs for a while, and honestly, I was so scared my mind was racing, I didn't know what to believe. The sheer amount of things that people confess when they're drunk blows my mind. I'm starting to get brain freeze, but it's so good. Finally, her mom said, I threw the gun in, insert lake name here. Maybe if anyone gives a crap, they'll find it out one day. When did all this happen? She said to her mom. Her mom said, let's see, a couple years ago, right after I got back from my trip to Mississippi. Anyways, good night. And then she toddled her drunk self to bed. Imagine just confessing to a crime and then just going to bed. Just confessing to a crime real quick and then just like, I'm going to bed. Now, what do I do with that conversation or information? This conversation was about 15 years ago. I can't remember the guy's last name or even if his name was really Rick. Anyways, he was a god-awful, terrible human being who made my life a living hell. My mom has passed away and no one else in our lives knew him. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what I would do. Honestly, that is so common of people just admitting stuff, even on their deathbed, like if someone's dying. Did you guys ever used to watch the Catfish show with Neve and the other one? I don't remember that one's name. And then recently the Tinder swindler came out where that guy tricked women into thinking he was like a million gajillionaire. He started renting yachts for them, renting a private jet, beautiful hotels, giving them all these gifts, swindling them. And then once they kind of got into his grasp, then he's like, oh yeah, actually I'm held hostage and I need tons of money, millions of dollars to be able to be let go so I can come and take you back to either where you were from or back to your family, and now we're married, or like you're my fiance and I'm obsessed with you. Like, this Tinder swindler guy put them through the ringer. What do you guys think of my little plates? Aren't they so cute? This one's dirty, but it's a heart. I think it's so cute. Once I reach like 1,000, I should do like one of those big crabs, like a big crab mukbang. That'd be crazy. I don't know. I just love coming up with ideas of foods that I can eat. Okay, like I said, very last story is about a catfish. The closest that I've ever been to being catfished, which I'm sorry, Mom. When I was younger, I used to go on Tumblr a lot, and I was in a lot of Tumblr communities, and we always used Kik to like message. Kik was just like a fever dream of a childhood. Like if you were on Kik as a child, what the heck? I would always talk to these people on Kik, and a lot of them were very obviously older people. So I never talked to anyone on Kik, but I remember I started becoming friends with this girl for a few years, and these people were so weird, asking for like photos of my face, photos of my body, and I was just like, no. Like honestly, when I figured out something was weird, like from the jump as a child, I just never interacted with people. I tried not to message people back. So I think that's my internet safety, like the way that I was raised to not give information. This story says, my best friend got catfished about 2 weeks ago. He was traveling for work and ended up spending almost a whole month in Nevada. He took trips to interesting places on his downtime, and one place he went to was a bunny ranch. He's a very friendly and chatty guy and loves making friends with absolutely anyone. The next night, he gets a message on Facebook from a girl that he met at the bunny ranch. They started messaging back and forth, and of course, she was sending her photos to him, and eventually he sent her a photo. Things immediately went south. She started blackmailing him for money, threatening to send the picture to every one of his friends on his list. He still was convinced that it really was a girl. So I told him the odds of this being someone who would be using his public photos are not 100. He had to post a public statement warning everyone that they may get a photo of him. He was embarrassed. Let's try. Oh my gosh, this mochi melted. No. Oh my gosh, no. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Let me know what you think. Do you know anyone who has ever been catfished or blackmailed? I really wanted to do something special when it came to 500 subscribers, so I'm still planning. I'm trying to come up with some ideas. Let me know if you guys like this type of video, if you like to hear confessions, and if you have any confessions, because I would love to do subscriber confessions. I love you guys so much. Have a great day. Bye!